Hello everybody, this is Janice, and I'm back with not a Christmas card. This is Robin's Christmas card that she gave me a few weeks ago when we got together for our little Christmas gathering that she and I do. Robin is my very, very good friend. She's my best friend, and she made me this card, and so I really love the layout of it, and so it inspired me to make a thank you card. She gave me this really cool stamp, and here's my card. This is the first one that I made, and the sentiment didn't turn out very well, as you can see there, but I think it's still good enough to use because it just kind of has that grungy looking feel to it, so I really like it. I used the same layout pretty much, except that I just added a ribbon here, and then this is the second one that I made. And I did use my Dimensional Magic on here. I really love that stuff. So great. So let's go ahead and get started. And the ribbon I actually learned from, oh gosh, what's her name? Gina K from Gina K Designs. If you haven't never checked out her YouTube channel, it's called Stamp TV. And very good quality videos there, so I really respect her. Okay, we're starting with a 8.5 by 11 piece of Wausau cream cardstock. I like this cardstock, and I'm going to, this is basically 8.5 or 5.5 by 8.5. I'm gonna score it here at 4 1/4. My score buddy. And this is a Cricutless card, but I could certainly, go ahead and just use the same layout, but maybe use some Cricut cuts and things like that. But I really like the way this turned out, so we're going to leave it like this. I have a piece of purple paper that I cut at 4 by 5 1/4. This was from my scraps, so I was just trying to use up my purple scraps. In 2012, I challenged myself to use purple more because I found that purple was a color that I was neglecting, and actually found that maybe I didn't really like purple. And so I challenged myself, and purple and I are friends now. I do use it now, so that's a happy story there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to stamp the sentiment with the Versamark. We're going to stamp it here at the bottom. Let me get my foam mat. It's good to use a foam mat so you can get a good impression when you stamp. And this Versamark, this is just a clear ink for watermarks or for heat embossing. So I'm going to stamp it down here towards the right, towards the bottom, and then this time we're going to use silver embossing powder, and I forgot to use my anti-static device, so we'll see how this turns out. The happy news is that this paper does have another side, so that's the nice thing about working with paper. You've got two sides. I did get kind of a silver halo around this, so that's why it's good to use your anti-static bag or the little tool that I have now. This thing. I'm gonna see if we can just brush off most of it. This might be a problem because, see, and I just went over the area that it's way better just to do it ahead of time. But it happens. Okay, so let's go ahead and heat emboss this. So we're going to use seedless preserves to add a little bit of texture. This is a Harlequin stamp that I had purchased, quite some time ago at Joann's. They were on clearance. So, okay. And I'm just going to stamp it about right here. And I have this Fiskars stamp press, but it is in a spot where I'd have to move the tripod, so I'm just going to do it this way. As you can see, this works just fine. Set that aside. We're going to use the leftover ink. I can tell I like this way better already. I'm just going to take this leftover ink instead of wasting it, put it on my ink applicator, and just go around the edges here. Okay, yeah, so I like it better already with the silver. And this gets adhered to this layer. Really like this card layout. Robin's really nice. She's very talented. I really like her card ideas and things. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of curl up these edges a little bit, and then we're gonna work with our ribbon. So this is just a piece of orange ribbon from nothing special. It's just from the dollar store, and I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. I'm gonna leave this spot right there without adhesive, because we're going to use that spot there to add our button, which is a flower button that I had in my button jar. Not sure where it came from. And then just some jute twine. And again, I learned this from Gina K at Stamp TV. Stamp TV? I believe so. Oops, it pulled up. What I'm trying to do is put the twine underneath in that spot there that doesn't have any ribbon. I mean any adhesive. Okay. So that we can tie it, and then we're going to come up through the buttons here,
You and I are equal now.
and this is going to come through here. I gotta cut this.
So I talked to Joel.
Gotta cut this at an angle, and then it'll go through that little hole better. And then we'll tie this into a bow. And that's it for that part. And then we gotta work on the stamped image. Okay, and we can leave this frayed if you wanted kind of a frayed ribbon look, or we can just go ahead and trim it so it's nice and neat, and then we can burn it. I'll make it my little lighter. We'll burn it like that.
Okay.
And then
I think it's the UPS guy.
okay. So I'm going to stop it there, and then I'll come back and work on the stamped image. Stay tuned for part 2.